You can't. You can't go out. You can't drink. You can't have sex before marriage. You can't listen to that music. You can't hang out with those people. Make sure you go to church every Sunday. Just pray about it. Trust God. Have faith. Rules. Religion. Stuck. Trapped. Tradition and cliches. In the midst of all of this, I have one question. Who am I? Who am I? What is my purpose?
Wow. Can y'all believe that was, years ago? I can't even remember how many years ago. That was either 2016 or 2017. About 6 or 7 years ago. Man, that was me, y'all. That was me 6 or 7 years ago. 2016 or 2017, really trying to find myself. Like, there are so many rules. Like, that's literally how I felt during that year. Like, there are so many rules, from whether it's church culture, from society, from our families, from people, from now social media. There are so many rules and politics that we get bogged down by, that sometimes we don't even know who we are anymore. It's like, is this my voice? Is this what I want? Is this who I am? And I went on a journey to find me again, to find Marika, to find my voice. And looking at that video, I'm like, whoo, the journey that I went on after that video of finding myself, of getting back to me, finding my voice outside of church culture and society and gender roles and people and their opinions and their expectations of you. And so now, here today, I'm like, I'm here. She's arrived. I know exactly who I am. I know whose I am as well. And I know I found my voice. I found my purpose. And I am just radiating light and joy and passion, and just thinking about everything that I went through to get to where I am now. Whew! Baby, I learned so much about life, about self-love. I learned about self-sabotage. I had no idea what that was. Like, I literally went on a self-love journey, a healing journey, a unlearning journey, a journey of unlearning all of the things that I had learned, that society and all of these different rules that were taught, that it's just like piling up on you. Like, and it got to a point where I'm like, I cannot breathe, because I don't even know who I am. I don't even know what's my voice anymore. And so that's like, I went on a self-love journey, and I really wish I would have documented that journey, but I didn't. But now I'm going to document this journey, because I feel like I'm that is the beautiful thing about life. As humans, we're always evolving. And when you start at the beginning of your next evolution, it can feel like you're starting from scratch, but you're really not. Because looking back at that video to now, I'm like, I've learned so much about myself. I've learned so much about life. I've learned so much about healing. I've learned so much about mental health. And I am just like, I'm equipped for whatever this next evolution is. One of the things my therapist had asked me in our last session, she said, these past 7 years that you've been here in Las Vegas, what have you gained? And I started to cry, because I thought about, like, literally what I've gained. And one of the things that I've gained on this journey is me. I've gained me. Oh, hi, by the way. I am Ritane, and welcome to my channel. I just dove right in. But I found me. I found my voice. I found my joy. I found my light. And I learned how to go within and heal from within. I learned about things like self-sabotage, because I had no idea what self-sabotage was when my therapist introduced it to me. I'm like, what is that? But I've learned I've learned more about myself. So self-awareness. I've learned how to accept who I am, like flaws and all. And so my channel, welcome to my channel again, by the way. So my channel is all about me not only documenting this new journey that I'm on, the start of another evolution that I'm on, but it's also to reflect back on the things that I've learned these past 7 years regarding self-love and healing and becoming. And I want to share some of those things with you all for anyone out there who may feel like that how I felt back in 2016, 2017. Maybe you're in that space right now of asking, who am I? What is my purpose? Like, you feel boggled down by so many rules and voices and people and things that you just feel like you can't breathe anymore. Like your back is up against the wall and you just want to escape, but you don't know how to get out of whatever it is that you're feeling. That's what I'm here for. So we're going to talk about some of the things like, well, how do I learn myself? How do I find my voice? How do I start this journey of my soft girl? How do I activate my soft girl era? Because I feel like so much of self-love and going to therapy, it is the soft girl era. Like I had an issue with the soft girl, soft life, soft girl era, because I'm like, but I got things to do. And the soft girl era is not about not doing anything. The soft girl era is about, I know I really don't like using this phrase anymore because I feel like it's so worn out, but giving yourself grace. The soft girl era is about giving yourself grace, pouring into your cup, loving on yourself, accepting yourself, knowing yourself, finding your voice, and not being critical of yourself. Like that's the one thing that I think I'm working on in this season is getting rid of the critical voice in my head, because we're, like we always say, we are our toughest critics. The self-care is about being your biggest cheerleader instead of being your biggest critic. Like that is what the soft girl era looks like for me, because I'm still in grind mode and hustle mode, and like I got goals and dreams that I want to achieve, and I'm going to do the work. But in the midst of me doing the work, I'm not going to beat myself up about not reaching a goal or not getting the performance on social media, like the views and the shares and all of that, not reaching a goal on social media. Like, I'm not going to beat myself up about it. I'm going to love on myself, figure out what I can do better without beating myself up about it. So that's what the soft girl era looks like. And maybe you're in that era as well. Maybe you're not. Maybe you've been on a self-love journey and you've learned some things, you've grown, but now you may be in the same place as me, where you're at the start of your next evolution. So whether you're feeling like the girl back in 2016, 2017, how I felt back then, I'm gonna say young Ree. Whether you feel like young Ree or whether you feel like current Ree, this channel is a space for you, because we are cultivating growth. We are cultivating self-love. We are cultivating success in our finances, success in our careers. Oh, and the last thing that I am working on is, and I feel like it's the start of my new evolution, career pivots. So if you are someone who is ready to pivot into, if you're someone who's ready to pivot into your career goals or your dream career, but you're scared or you're holding yourself back or you're finding every excuse in the book that you can, that is self-sabotage, my friends. So yes, we're going to talk about self-sabotage, because too often we sabotage and hold ourselves back because we're sabotaging, but we're really like, even that excuse, oh, I'm waiting on God. Sometimes that's a self-sabotaging response, because I'm learning that we like to use that as an excuse because we scared. We ain't doing that, okay? We ain't doing that this time around. So that is that's what we own over here. Career pivots and self-love journey over here. Whether you at the beginning phase stages, or you're just like, you got all the questions. How do I self-care? How do I love myself more? How do I stop comparing myself to other people? How do I grow in confidence? How do I grow in self-esteem? How do I accept myself? How do I love myself? Or you've already been working on all of that. Now you're like, okay, how do I get to that next phase in my life? How do I step it up, turn it up a notch? Like I got the tools, and I know about self-love and self-care, but there's still some areas that I'm not the greatest in. Like for me, I'll be transparent, is being critical of myself. Like how to stop being so critical of myself, to be my biggest cheerleader as opposed to being my biggest critic. So that is what I'm working on. So y'all can share with me in the comments, like which phase are you in? Are you in the very beginning stages where you're just like, I feel like I felt you in that video, sis. Like in that video from 2016, 2017, I felt you in that video. Or are you over here where I'm at right now, and just like, okay, I'm at the start of a new evolution. I'm not starting from ground zero, because I done been through some things and I've learned some things, but I'm still not where I want to be. So whether you're here or here, we got work to do, and you're both welcome here, because both of those are parts of me. From, I'm still using the tools that I've gained from back then on that journey, and also cultivating new skills and adding more to my self-love toolkit. So share with me in the comments, like where are you on your journey, and what are some things that you want to learn or want to talk about on the channel. And last but not least, if you, whether you're in, you felt me in that previous video, or you're here with me right now, and you're like, sis, I'm in this phase where I'm ready to get to that next level, I got two digital workbooks for you. They're sold as a bundle, though. They are sold as a bundle. We got the Love Yourself Whole, Not Your Typical Self-Love Guide. And then we have the Becoming Your Own It Girl, the How-Tos of Self-Love Guide. So this one is, they're both equipped with tools, resources, and strategies for you on your self-love journey. And they're rooted in the 5 keys of self-love: self-awareness, self-acceptance, self-confidence, self-care, and self-love. So those are the 5 keys of self-love that I have cultivated and learned and gained on this journey from therapy, from my own person, like from doing the actual work of being in therapy, doing the unlearning and the learning. So all of the things that I have learned and experienced and gained through therapy, through reading, through my own journey, are packed in both of these ebooks. You got journal prompts, you got strategies to help you build self-awareness. That's getting to know yourself, learning more about yourself, figuring out what your setbacks are and how to overcome those setbacks. We got resources in there for your self-love journey. There's so many different things in both. And that's why I'm selling them as a bundle as opposed to selling them separately, because they go hand in hand. You start the Love Yourself Whole book first, and then you'll move on to the How-Tos of Self-Love book after that. Very easy to use, and also they're digital. You can print them out if you want, but they're digital. And so one of them, the How-Tos of Self-Love, is you can edit it, so you can just do the work right within there. With the Love Yourself Whole, is not editable, but you can, just annotate through the PDF version. So they're both digital, but you can print them out if you like. So I have the 2 digital workbooks for you all to add to your self-love toolkit and get started on your journey. I've added the link to the bundle in the description of this video. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to message me and ask me your questions. But the link is in the description for you to go ahead and grab that bundle. It's basically 2 for 20. 2 for 20. So go ahead and go grab that to get started on your journey, especially if you feel me in any part of this video. Go get the bundle, okay? But thank y'all for listening and engaging with me on this journey in this video. And again, share with me in the comments, like, where are you on your journey, and like what are you currently struggling with, or have what I hate when hair gets stuck to my lip gloss. Like, what are you currently struggling with on your journey? Again, an example of something that I don't want to say struggling with. What is your greatest challenge right now? So my greatest challenge right now is being overly critical of myself. And that is an act of self-sabotage and not self-love. So I am working on being more loving and graceful towards myself, as opposed to criticizing myself. So what is one of your biggest challenges on this journey right now? And let me tell you one thing about this journey is, like, it's literally all in here. You can do all the manis, pedis, massages, spas, all you want. Like, yes, do those things because they're definitely necessary. But y'all, I'm learning it all starts in here. You got to train your mind on a daily. You got to train your mind and build your mind up on a daily. Like, this is not a one and done thing. So that's so make sure you subscribe so you can have a community. Subscribe to the channel. Go get the ebooks, because again, tools and resources and strategies. You need a strategy. You're going to get to that next level. You need a strategy. You can't just wing it. That ain't how this works. Trust me. I know. You saw the video back then and you see me now. Two completely different people. But it took some strategy. It took some resources. It took some therapy, which is a resource and a strategy. But yes, it's a journey. So let's get it, friends. Let's get it. Love and light, love and light, love and light.